What's going on, guys? I thought I should just make a quick video about the long-term projection of Bitcoin, where I see Bitcoin is going or where it's currently at. At the moment, Bitcoin made some good moves. I posted this chart on Facebook and we were on a downtrend, as you can see. So this is where it began. This was our second touch, our third touch, our fourth touch over here, and I did project that we're going to be breaking out of this downtrend to form a new downtrend. And as you can see, let me just quickly zoom it so that you all can see. So as you can see, we broke out right over here. We came back and retested, and then we started making the moves on the upside. Okay, so why did I think that we're gonna break out, or rather, where do I see Bitcoin going at the moment? I think with what we are looking at the moment, Bitcoin is making some good moves, and I think that we are on our way to $150,000 in Bitcoin, and I'm gonna show you exactly why do I think so, and what is it that I'm seeing on the chart. Okay, the gold line that you are seeing here is the 50 EMA, which is actually it's an EMA that I coded myself in TradingView. It has some features that I wanted it to have in TradingView, so I coded it myself. So, but mainly it's just a 50 EMA. I think if you plot a normal 50 EMA, this is what you're also going to be finding. Okay, so let's look at what happened for Bitcoin to go up. I knew that Bitcoin was testing once again the trend line that is here, and it was testing for a couple of days because we are on a daily chart, and I knew that we are also on a resistance of the 50 EMA. But I also saw a pattern. It is not as clean as they come, but I saw that there is a head and shoulder pattern happening right here, right? It's not the cleanest you will find because of this thing going on here, but I could see that there was a head and shoulder pattern happening there. That's why that I thought that it's still one of the good patterns, which we know them as reversal patterns. Okay, let me quickly delete all these drawings. All right, so we had that going on for Bitcoin. Okay, so then I knew that we might be crossing over, but now let me show you why do I think that we're going to be going to 150,000. Okay, very interesting. I'm gonna take my chart to a weekly chart. This is what I was looking at. I'm gonna take it to my weekly chart, zoom it out just a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you a pattern that I'm seeing here in terms of what had happened in the past, and it's also happening again. The last time Bitcoin touched the EMA line, it was over here. I'm not gonna count 2023. This is where I came in, believe it or not. 2023, it's my entry. So if you look at Bitcoin and look at where Bitcoin is today, for the sake of interest, okay, let's have a look. Just for the sake of interest, let's say I can't remember exactly where I entered, around somewhere there. So I'm sitting at about, no, I entered much lower than that. Let's have a look. I think it was Jan of 2023. Okay. Okay, I entered even much lower, so never mind what I was saying. Never mind what I was saying. I don't know, I'm derailing, but I entered somewhere here, and to the current price at the moment, I'm about 400% in, okay, in Bitcoin. That's it. Right, so let me go back to why I wanted to make this video. Okay, so the last time that Bitcoin touched or was supported by the EMA line, it was around this area here. So it was around this area right here. Okay, so that area is quite critical because Bitcoin was retracing and then it was supported there. But I'm interested in this candlestick right here. I'm interested in these two candlesticks right here. Okay, so you can see that Bitcoin was rejected on the support of the EMA. The following week, Bitcoin expanded much higher than the previous candlestick. You can call it engulfing if you want to. So it expanded much higher than this one. Okay. So the same pattern I'm seeing again this time around. Okay. Right. So on our RSI, when that happened, okay, let me go back. Let me go to our RSI. So when all of this was happening, Bitcoin, the RSI was also crossing. Okay, it was also crossing the line right there. So crossing to the upside. Okay, and then I'm seeing the exact same thing that I saw back in September of 2024. Okay, so we come back here and we can see that Bitcoin is being supported right here by the EMA line. Okay, but I'm only interested on these two candlesticks. Okay, only interested on these two candlesticks like the previous ones. Okay, you can see that it was supported by the EMA just like it was supported by the EMA, and then the following week the bullish candle went higher than the previous one. Call it engulfing if you want to. Okay, the body of the candles, not the wick, the body of the candle went higher than the previous body of this candle. Okay, so now let's go back in the past. This is September 2024. When this happened, okay, Bitcoin shot up to our current all-time high, which is about 108,000 Bitcoin. Okay, so in percentage, if I take it from right there to the bodies, boy, I chose the wrong thing, sorry. Okay, there we go. So if I take it right there to the bodies where the rejection took place and to where Bitcoin ended up being, so you can see that that is about 98%, about 100%. Okay, from the bodies right here to the all-time high, it's about 98%. Let me rather use this one because this one won't disappear. Okay, let me just use quickly this one to the all-time high, about 100%. Okay, so as we've seen in the past this pattern happening, we can see it again here. Okay, not only do we have this pattern, but we also have the crossing of the RSI. Okay, when this happened, which is a few weeks ago, RSI was closer to crossing, but it has already crossed as I'm speaking with you right now. Okay, let me draw a better, hold on, let me draw a better yellow line. Okay, let me draw a better yellow line. So as you can see, the RSI has already crossed. Okay, so we've got similar things happening here. So the RSI has crossed here, the EMA is supporting. The following week, the body of the candle went higher. Same thing is happening right here. So if I am now going to calculate roughly, I'm not saying it's going to happen exactly, calculate roughly another 100% from the support line over here to the next 100%. To the next 100%, that takes me to around $150,000. Okay, that takes me to $150,000 right there. Okay, so 157 to be exact, but it's about $150,000. Okay, so don't take this as financial advice. This is not financial advice. It is something that I'm seeing that is happening in the charts. Okay, now I'm gonna have a look at our structure to see if our structures are still intact. Okay, there's some structures that I did in the past, so we're gonna have a look at those structures. Okay, I hope you are happy with my analysis. From what I'm seeing, you know, history doesn't repeat itself. It tends to rhyme. That's what I that's what I normally say, or the common saying in crypto. Okay, right, now let's have a look at this chart. It is still the same Bitcoin chart. Okay, it's on a weekly chart, And we've had, I drew this beginning of, I can't remember when, but sometime last year, 2024, maybe mid 2024. It's a very nice pattern known as a cup and handle. Okay, it is known as a cup and handle. As you can see that the chart, the Bitcoin chart, is giving us a nice round shape, if you can call it that way. That's what we call a cup, and then this is what we'll be having as a handle. Okay, so usually these type of patterns, they are very strong bullish patterns. Okay, so some of the things that I keep an eye on to see if any of the patterns and structures have been broken before I can say we are no longer in a bull market, or before I can say this bull market might not turn out to be the way that we expected it to be. I look at the previous charts that I drew, okay, and patterns that I drew. At the moment, this pattern is still intact. Normally, it's a cup, it's a handle, and then from there on, the price will go up. Obviously, the price does not go straight up like the aerial. The price will the price will go in such fashions as these ones. Okay, so no price goes all the way straight. Okay, so price will take some dips, allowing people to come in and buy, and allowing the sellers to take profits. Okay, so the cup and handle, it's still intact. Okay, I also did a long-term projection of the cycles. Okay, and I drew these cycles. Can't see the text. Okay, so I have to zoom it out a little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna go back and talk about this. Find my other video on Facebook that I posted on Facebook about the cycles. Okay, but I am here just to check our bullish square box, which is this green box. Has it been you know, invalid? Has it been broken? It's still valid, it's not invalid. That's what I meant to say, right? So if Bitcoin were to come and trade below this box, then I would say that the structure is broken or something new is happening. Okay, but at the moment, as you can see, the structure is still intact. Bitcoin, it's still within that box that we have. Like in the previous years, this is the bullish box of 2021. Price has never traded below this bullish box. Okay, and then this is the bullish box of 2017. Price has never traded below this bullish box. Okay, this is the bullish box of 2013, and the price has never traded below that box. I think you get what I'm saying right here. So these are one of the signs that I'm looking at. Okay, and we've got also this line that is also has worked as support in the past. At the moment it's sitting at about $39,000. All right, so if Bitcoin was to come, even bounce here, we can still say the structure is still intact, but definitely it's quite different. The bullish momentum will be quite different. But if we were to trade below in 2025, that is, if we were to trade below this in 2025, as the price goes high, this line is also going to go higher. I don't expect it to stay there for a while. But all I'm saying is that our structures are still intact. Even though people were panicking, even though people were calling for Bitcoin to go even much lower, my personal analysis says that we are still intact. All of my charts that I've plotted in the past, they are still intact. So I don't see a reason to panic at the moment. That's why I think that Bitcoin will clear the previous all-time high, and it might go to $150,000. If it stays there or if it wants to go higher, it will depend how soon it gets there. But I am a fan of slow start, and you would agree that this bullish year has been a slow start because we've had 3 months of horror, and you might be thankful down the line in December that happened. Unlike in 2021, when we just shot up straight. In 2021, we just shot up straight, and the momentum didn't last very long, and the price of Bitcoin didn't go as high as we thought that it might. So the slow start into the bull market, it's better than just going straight up and losing momentum along the way. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll try to make other videos. It's been a while since I did a video on YouTube or Facebook, not so long ago, but YouTube, it's been quite a while. So click that like, subscribe, and I'll try to add more videos in the future. Tibusa, peace.